Last month, I made $19,998 in my business, all without a funnel, without ads, and without chasing down anyone. And the interesting part was I did it without having a viral video, without launching a course, or having a perfect strategy. The interesting part was all I did was lean into my authentic voice. We've been made to think that our success is behind a $10,000 mastermind, or a simple ChatGPT prompt, or a funnel, or an ad. But the reality is, what I've learned in my 5 years doing this, working with 7-figure coaches and consultants, helping them to create content that actually attracts clients with ease, is that the thing that clients ultimately buy is not a funnel, it's not a fancy video, it's actually buying into you, into your leadership, and into your authentic voice. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact shift that created this breakthrough and how I'm able to attract premium, pre-sold clients, all from leaning into my authentic voice. Let's get into it. If you're anything like me, when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I thought I had to copy people. I thought I had to steal other people's strategies and recipes for success. I was told that if you follow this to a T, you will get success. And, to be fair, a lot of it did get me success. It got me to $10,000 per month, got me $15,000 per month and beyond. I used some of these strategies to help my clients even scale to $30,000, $40,000, and $50,000 per month, help me land 7-figure coaches as clients with my agency. But the interesting thing was I had a hard time actually scaling past this mark for many, many years because it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like what I was saying was authentically true. Like, if actually everything was true that I said, but it didn't feel like me. Like, I felt like I was like a puppet and someone else was communicating for you. And so the problem is that when we are using ChatGPT, when we are trying to find our voice out in the external, like on YouTube or in some coaching program, is that people are gonna feel it. You can feel when someone's not being authentic, right? You can feel when they are not comfortable, they're reading from a script, they are just not being themselves. So what they're taught is if they follow this strategy, if they follow this script, if they follow this step-by-step guide, they will achieve success. But the truth is, clients don't buy tactics. They don't buy those things. They buy truth. They buy energy. They buy leadership. These are the things that they want. These are the things that they buy. These are the things that they're looking for. In a world where AI is generating content like this, we are craving authenticity. We're craving people to follow. We want to be led, and we want to be with people in proximity to what we want. So in order to attract these premium clients, these dream customers who are pre-sold on you, you have to become a leader. You have to become the voice that they want to follow. And this is so true even in my journey, because when I started, as I was sharing, I did what everyone else did. I was living on YouTube every single day, watched 5 YouTube videos. I copied everyone's funnel. I sent 1,000 DMs. I did some fancy, 50-step process funnel. I tried different systems. I tried everything. It always was hard. It's not that they didn't work. It's just took a lot of energy and effort. And what I felt like was the reason why I started my business started to fade, where I started my business because I wanted more money, more freedom, more impact. I wanted to help people. It started to fade because I had to now follow this process. I had these obligations that I'm saying yes to that I never really wanted. And so this interesting thing happened where I created a trap. I created this 9-to-5 job in my business that I was trapped in. And it was beyond 9 to 5. I was working 50, 60, some 70-hour weeks. It was crazy. And it was funny enough, it wasn't until I went to a mastermind in Mexico, I got paid to create content for the 7-figure mastermind. And this is where it really shifted, where I was interviewing all these, I think I met 20, 25 different entrepreneurs, many of them coaches and consultants, and they all had a different strategy. They all were making $50K plus per month, some $180K a month, crazy, right? And the interesting was this, all of them had a different strategy, and yet all of them were successful. So the lesson that I'm pulling from this was that you can make any strategy work. Like every single strategy can work. If you look at the market, someone made dropshipping work, someone made video sales letter work, a webinar work, email marketing work, organic work, paid ads work. Like every single strategy can work because I've hung out with enough millionaires to know that all they can work. But here's the thing that they all have in common. Every single one of them had a signature voice. They owned their voice. They owned their message. And so whatever engine they used to get to their destination, right? Whatever car, the fuel for that car was all based on their authentic voice. All of them spoke with clarity, conviction, and confidence in what they were saying. And that was the real strategy. Isn't to adopt XYZ process. It's to find and figure out what is your authentic voice. Lesson 2 was that the most polished video isn't what converts. It's the clarity that converts. If someone can be clear on what it is you do and how you're different and why should I go with you, you will convert 10 times more than any fancy funnel. These people I met didn't have some 50-step process. Some of them just posted YouTube videos and book calls, and that's how they got clients. Like that's like not even a funnel. So you have to understand that the clarity and how authentic you are in your voice is what will pierce through the noise and actually get you and attract the clients that you desperately want to work with. The clients that are your best friends, that pay you on time, that don't are asking all these questions and bug you night and day and are a hassle. And that is because authenticity attracts alignment. Authenticity attracts people who exactly see the world you see it, who are just like you. That's because when you are authentic, you are actually repelling the wrong people. So as an example, if you're like a Democrat, right, you're not going to want to attract Republicans, and vice versa. If you're a Republican, you're not going to want to attract Democrats. You want to attract people who see the world how you see it. And the third lesson is leadership. We as coaches, we as consultants, we as experts are here to lead people. We are here to create a movement, create a change in people's lives. Like you didn't start this business just for the money. Like there's a lot of business models out there where you can make just enough or more money. You did this because not only you want to make money, you wanted to make an impact. And in order to do that, you have to become the leader that you are meant to be. You have to step into that leadership role. Every single one of the entrepreneurs that I met was a leader in their space. And to be fair, they're not the biggest in their space, okay? They weren't the loudest in their space. That is not what it is. It's not about building a following or building influence. It's becoming an authority. It's becoming the leader that they're meant to be. And having that voice is the first step in leadership. So no funnel creates leaders. Your voice creates leaders. So here's the first step in clarifying your authentic voice. You want to understand what are your core beliefs. What do you wish the world would understand? So in my world, I want the world to understand that you are not one funnel away, that simple content can create so much demand and so much authority that getting clients can be effortless. Creating a business that you love is doable. You don't have to hustle hard to create a business and create impact. You can actually design a business around your life and not your life around your business. So that is a core belief that I have. And people out there who share in that belief or want that desire, right, will connect with me, resonate with me, and want to follow me if I can show up as a leader. So number 2, you want to design your point of view. In this world, there's facts and then there's views of the facts, right? There's beliefs that go with those views. So you want to move away from just creating education to actually shifting the beliefs and creating leadership-based content. This is what leaders do. They shifting people's beliefs. Think of any great leader in this world. They are not just simply teaching. There's a million teachers in high school right now who are not leaders, right? So it's not about teaching them new concepts or new information. It's actually about shifting their beliefs. So what is the point of view that you have in this world? The POV is what helps you separate yourself from the crowd of other coaches, consultants. What helps you understand what makes you different. The third thing is when we are creating this content to build this demand and become the leader and own our own voice, we often have the lens of we want to perform. And this is something that has been really hard for me to let go, and I'm still in the process of letting this go, but detaching from the outcome of the content. If you're trying to create content to sell, and that is your intention, it's going to show in the content. And leaders are not people who sell. Leaders are people who influence and lead. People are gravitated to them. And so the shift you need to make to attract clients is not to sell and perform like, I want to go viral, I want to have more likes and engagement. Those are to perform. We want to attract. And so you can't have that intention moving in. You have to own your voice. You have to understand that voice. And then you have to create content around that thing. Just like this exact video. This is a very different video than anything else I've created. It's 100% leaning into my beliefs, my point of view, how I want to shift your perspective from your one funnel away to actually creating demand, and creating content is your key, and owning your voice is your key to success. Owning your voice is your key to actually building a business that you love, that's an alignment of your impact you want to make with the freedom that you have and the money that you know you deserve. Those are the things that will actually build a fulfilling, not only life, but business in 2025. So this goes into number 4, where this is something personal that I like to do, and you may prefer another process, but what's really worked for me is understanding that speaking before you write, oftentimes it's easier to find our voice when we speak into the void. We speak and no one's listening. I like to talk to myself, and I record my conversations, or I even plug it into ChatGPT more to digest my thoughts, right? Not to create my voice, to digest and understand it, right? So that is a great hack that I found to find the voice, like just speaking out loud. No one's listening, no one's judging you, speaking and then writing, right? And if you like watch any great authors, what they do is they just write. And so you could do this just writing or just speaking. But the point is they get all their thoughts out. They get everything out. And then later they can edit and refine. And that's the process, is that you want every one word to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. This video is not perfect. How I'm speaking is not perfect, but it's authentic. It's real. It's not scripted. It's 100% real to me and to you watching. And the last point I want to make for you guys to find your authentic voice is that this is a never-ending process. This is something that you will refine. As we are growing as humans, we are learning, we are expanding, and so our message is always going to be refined and changed, especially in the seasons of your business. For me, my wife is pregnant. We are due in a couple months, super excited. And so my business is changing because my life is going to be dramatically different. I'm going to have less sleep, more work in my personal life. And so my business is going to change and my voice is going to change. Being a father is going to change my perspective, change my view of the world, change my beliefs. Everything will change, and that is okay. Change is a part of being human. You do not have to come out with the perfect message, and that is your message for life. Think of music artists. Think how much they change. Think of like Taylor Swift. She started in country and then she's moving to more pop, right? Think of how country artists or rappers are now getting to country. People change. People change interests. People change their message. They change their voice. It's a part of being human. So don't overthink, overanalyze, or try to be perfect. Just own the message. Feel the message in here, not up here. This is where overthinking happens. This is where authenticity starts. And the more you lean into this, the easier the clients will come. All right, I can promise you that. Since making this shift, it has never been easier for me to get clients in 2025. And I spent the last 7 years creating content for other people, trying to hack my way into the perfect recipe and strategy and system to make it happen. And it never worked. And then all of a sudden I just attended this one mastermind, started believing in myself, started not overthinking, sharing my authentic message. And all of a sudden clients are gravitating to me. It was crazy. It almost felt like something overnight happened, but the reality is, it's just my belief shifted and my point of view changed, and I started to lean in and actually express myself authentically and without any fear of judgment. I hope this was helpful. I hope you can take a lot of these lessons to start building your own authentic voice. Again, and if you want, more of this style content from me, put in the comments what you want to see, because I think my content is going to change a lot. And I'd love it if you guys let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and how we can improve this together. So without further ado, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.